A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold and alarming statement, Russian President Vladimir Putin declared on Tuesday that Russia is fully prepared to engage in war with Europe if provoked. This declaration comes amid ongoing tensions and stalled peace negotiations concerning the conflict in Ukraine. Speaking at the VTB Russia Calling Investment Forum in Moscow, Putin asserted, "We are not planning to go to war with Europe, but if Europe wants to and starts, we are ready right now." He accused European nations of making demands that Russia finds absolutely unacceptable regarding a potential peace settlement for Ukraine. Putin further suggested that European powers are deliberately obstructing peace efforts, particularly those initiated by former President Donald Trump, to portray Russia as the party unwilling to seek peace. The remarks underscore the escalating rhetoric between Russia and the West, particularly as Putin prepares to meet with U.S. envoys, including Trump's special envoy and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who arrived in Moscow earlier that day. Despite a nearly 5-hour discussion, the talks yielded no significant breakthroughs, with both sides acknowledging the lack of compromise on critical issues, particularly territorial disputes. Russian envoy Kirill Dmitriev described the discussions as productive, while Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov noted that the two sides remain far from resolving the crisis in Ukraine. He emphasized that much work is still required, particularly on contentious territorial issues that have stymied progress. In a related development, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced a new 20-point peace agreement that has been negotiated between the U.S. and Ukraine, following a series of diplomatic engagements involving various international stakeholders. Zelensky described the moment as one of the most challenging yet optimistic for achieving peace in Ukraine, urging for greater European involvement in the negotiations. As diplomatic efforts continue, the situation on the ground remains dire. Fighting has intensified around the town of Pokrovsk, which Russian forces claim to have captured, while Ukrainian troops are reportedly still conducting defensive operations amid severe logistical challenges. A senior NATO official indicated that Russian forces control approximately 95% of the city in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, which has been a hotspot for conflict over the past year. In the nearby town of Myrnohrad, Ukrainian forces are facing encirclement, relying heavily on drone supplies as their traditional supply routes have been cut off. The official described the situation as a virtual encirclement, highlighting the precarious position of Ukrainian troops amidst ongoing hostilities. As tensions rise, the question of how Europe and the U.S. will respond to Putin's provocations looms large. Zelensky has expressed hope for positive signals from the American delegation following their discussions in Moscow, emphasizing that the next steps depend on the outcomes of these talks. With the stakes higher than ever, the international community watches closely as both sides navigate this complex and volatile situation. The potential for escalation remains a critical concern, with experts warning that the conflict could have far-reaching implications for regional stability and security in Europe. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.